If you have ever sat awake at night, wondering whether your green card will finally be approved, if you've ever felt both hope and fear when you hear the word immigration reform, or if you have a family member waiting years for citizenship, then stay with me right now because what I'm about to explain could change your life. In December 2025, Congress passed a new immigration reform bill, and the changes to green cards, citizenship pathways, and H-1B visa approvals are huge. Some people are already celebrating. Others still don't know what this means for them. Today, I'm going to walk you through it calmly and clearly, step by step, so you know exactly what's coming, what's new, and most importantly, what you can do next. Let's begin by understanding where we are right now. For many years, the U.S. immigration system has been criticized for long waits, complicated rules, backlogs that stretch for decades, and uncertainty that affects families and workers. You may have waited years for a green card, or maybe you are here on a temporary visa and want to build a future in this country. Whatever your situation, the reforms passed in December 2025 are designed to address these frustrations, but you need to understand the details so you can benefit from them. First, let's talk about green cards. Permanent resident status. Historically, applicants from certain countries have faced especially long waits because of numerical limits placed on green cards each year. These limits are based on categories like family-sponsored visas or employment-based visas, and they often result in backlogs that leave people waiting a decade or more. The new reform bill aims to reduce those backlogs. Under the new law, Congress has authorized additional green cards each year specifically for people who have already lived and worked in the United States for a long time, especially those with approved petitions but no visa numbers available. For example, if you are someone whose employer filed an I-140 petition for you years ago, but you've been stuck waiting for a visa number, the reform bill could help your case move forward faster. This is particularly important for people from countries like India and China, who have historically faced the longest waits due to high demand. The bill accomplishes this by redistributing unused green card numbers from previous years and creating a temporary increase in annual limits. What this means in practice is that hundreds of thousands of additional green cards may be issued over the next few years to reduce the backlog. That's significant for families who have waited years with their lives on hold. Now let's talk about citizenship, the next big milestone after a green card. Many lawful permanent residents dream of becoming U.S. citizens because of the stability, voting rights, and freedom it brings. Before this reform, the process could be slow, with waiting times to schedule naturalization interviews, sometimes stretching many months after submitting Form N-400. Under the new reform bill, the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, has been funded to expand its processing capacity. This means more staff, more interview slots, and faster background checks. The law also includes specific deadlines for adjudicating naturalization applications, so USCIS cannot hold your case indefinitely without moving it forward. If you are currently a green card holder eligible for citizenship, this could significantly reduce the time you wait before you can take your oath of allegiance. Imagine submitting your citizenship application and knowing it will be processed in months instead of years. That kind of certainty matters in people's lives. I want to pause and share a simple example. Picture someone who got their green card 5 years ago and has met all the eligibility requirements to become a citizen. Stable residence, good moral character, English proficiency, and so on. Before December 2025, that person might wait 6 to 8 months just to get an interview scheduled. With the reform in place, that wait could be cut in half, or even more, because USCIS now has a mandate and funding to meet processing goals. That's real progress. Next, we come to H-1B visas, a topic that affects many foreign workers in the U.S., especially in technology, healthcare, engineering, and science. The H-1B visa program allows U.S. employers to hire foreign workers in specialty occupations. Traditionally, there has been an annual cap or quota of 85,000 new H-1B visas per year, and demand far exceeds that number. Most H-1B visas are awarded through a lottery system because there are far more applicants than visas available. The new immigration reform bill includes important changes to the H-1B system. First, it increases the number of visas available each year to better meet the demand from employers who need skilled workers. Second, it reforms the lottery process so that priority is given to higher paid positions, meaning jobs with better wages and often more specialized responsibilities. This is intended to ensure that the H-1B program prioritizes highly skilled workers who add strong economic value. For many H-1B applicants and holders, this means higher odds of being selected in the lottery and greater job stability. For example, if you are working in a job that pays well above the median wage for your profession, the new system increases your chances of getting an H-1B visa under the reform bill. It also includes provisions for spouses of H-1B visa holders, known as H-4 dependents, to work in the U.S. more easily if certain conditions are met. This change can make a big difference for families who want both partners to contribute economically during their time here. Now, you might be wondering, are these changes automatic? Do they apply to everyone today? The answer is a little more detailed, and this part is important. The new reform bill sets timelines for implementation. Some parts of the law take effect immediately, like redistributing unused green card numbers and the H-1B reforms, while others require federal agencies to create new regulations or update their systems. USCIS and the Department of Homeland Security are currently in the process of drafting and publishing these new rules. That means there is a period of transition where things are changing, but not all changes are in place yet. If you or someone you know is directly affected, here's what you should do right now. Don't wait. Begin preparing your immigration applications early. Check your eligibility for green cards and citizenship, and work with a qualified immigration attorney if you can. Keep all your documents updated. For H-1B applicants, stay informed about the latest lottery registration rules and wage requirements. Another feature of the reform bill that I want to highlight is its effort to protect longtime residents and families. For example, there are provisions that allow certain people who have lived in the U.S. for many years without status to apply for legal status under a special process, as long as they meet specific criteria and pass background checks. This is a significant shift because it acknowledges that long-term community members, people working, paying taxes, raising families, deserve stability in their immigration status. The bill also includes protections against arbitrary deportation for certain groups, especially families with U.S. citizen children or those with approved deportation defenses. That doesn't mean there are no enforcement provisions. Enforcement remains important, but the reforms aim to balance border security with fairness and due process. Let's talk about how these changes affect everyday life. For someone with family members abroad waiting for visas, the green card redistribution could shorten reunion timelines. For someone dreaming of citizenship, the faster processing could mean finally becoming a U.S. citizen sooner than expected. For skilled workers on H-1B visas, higher chances in the lottery and improved work opportunities for spouses can mean greater economic stability. Of course, with any new law, there will be adjustments. Federal agencies need to issue detailed guidance, and lawyers and applicants alike will spend time understanding the new procedures. But the overall direction of this reform bill is clear. Reduce backlogs, increase fairness, prioritize skilled workers, and create more predictable timelines. Before I close, I want to remind you of this. Immigration law can be complicated, and every case is different. What I've explained today is the general framework of the December 2025 Immigration Reform Bill. Your individual situation may have unique factors that require careful attention. If you are thinking about applying for a green card, citizenship, or an H-1B visa, it's always wise to consult a licensed immigration attorney or accredited representative who can guide you based on your personal circumstances. Now, as we wrap up, thank you for staying with me through this explanation. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to Legal Focus USA for more updates on immigration law, reforms, and practical guidance. Hit the like button if this information made sense to you, and leave a comment below if you have questions or topics you want us to cover next, like how to file specific forms, timelines for interviews, or tips for your interview preparation. We are here to help you navigate this journey one step at a time with clear, trustworthy information. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.